welcome, Grand Rapids. This is NewsFlash. Ding dong. Our top story tonight. Senate Republicans have voted to require the lieutenant governor to make a good faith effort to notify legislative leaders when the governor has left Michigan and he or she has assumed gubernatorial powers and duties. So this legislation, pretty specific and destined for a veto from Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer if it advances from the House. But the governor is also required to let the Senate know when they want a bathroom pass, and in exchange, the lieutenant governor gets an extra milk at lunch.
As a token of peace during their summit, President Biden gifted Russian President Putin a pair of custom aviator sunglasses, as well as a crystal sculpture of a bison. Putin nodded and smiled as he received the gifts, saying, "I'm sure these are going to be a big hit at the Grand Kremlin Palace, White Elephant Exchange this year." A spokesperson for the president insisted that these were definitely not bought the day of the Geneva Speedway. Definitely.
Michigan Department of Transportation announced huge layoffs during their busy road construction upcoming season. The layoffs came after the state purchased shovels that can stand on their own. Hard at work out there.
A man in Portugal found a message in a plastic Powerade bottle that had the message from a teenager from Vermont inside. The bottle was apparently thrown into the ocean in Rhode Island and floated all the way across the Atlantic. The back of the message just said, ASL, question mark? And there was also a treasure map that led to the giant island of plastic in the middle of the ocean. Now, the Vermont teenager has been fined for littering. Meanwhile, Gatorade has dumped thousands of plastic bottles into the ocean and tried to connect more people. Or at least that's what they said it was for.
Always gotta one up. Today is Prime Day. Yeah! Where members of the premium service are looking to take advantage of huge sales, and Jeff Bezos looks forward to eating his annual iguana. Real undoctored photo. This year, as in the past, a big concert being live streamed and also lime streamed. Yeah, it's a twist. With performances by Kid Cudi, Billie Eilish, and Her, who will also be taking breaks between songs to encourage people to watch Fleabag. It really needs the extra streams. As a heads up to anyone, apparently, up to anyone attending the concerts in person, just a quick heads up, there are not any porta potties on site, just Amazon booths and empty bottles. So we'll figure it out. Incidentally, this is also Jeff Bezos' last Prime Day as CEO before he explodes in space.
Last week, firefighters in Burlington, Vermont battled a huge blaze in a cemetery where hundreds are assumed to remain dead.
Saginaw Greek Festival is on for 2021. Yes, every June, about 10,000 lovers of Greek food and shawarma, they head to the St. Demetrius Greek Orthodox Church for gyros, baklava, and kebabs. And just like last year, this event is going to be a drive-through only, which means plenty of opportunities to get stuck behind a minivan that has 8 separate orders, and you get your bag with 0 gyros and a lukewarm limp fry. So, unfortunately, however, they are not planning on doing any flaming Saganaki cheese this year.
A judge threw out a lawsuit filed by over 100 Houston Methodist employees. These workers claim that the hospital's COVID-19 vaccine mandate forced them to become what they called human guinea pigs and part of a test group. All right, well now you'd think people who work in the medical profession would know how test groups work. But since they don't, let me explain. Over 50%
by climate change. Record-breaking heat waves sizzling this nation across this whole month with no clear end in sight.
How hot is it?
It's so hot that Cheetos can sue for trademark infringement.
It's so hot that Michigan Adventure is now actually charging for their water park.
It's so hot that Paris Hilton is now the official new spokesman for the Office of Global Change.
That's hot. So hot it makes the drive-through Saganaki look cool.
Yep. So hot that radio stations are exclusively playing Buster Poindexter.
Hot, hot, hot.
Thank you. Thank you for that one person for that.
So hot that DoorDash deliveries are now actually warm.
Yeah. So hot that ice cream trucks are just serving soup.
So hot that people are actually going to see Boss Baby 2 in theaters.
Yeah, wow. So hot that the cemetery that caught fire was like, hey, can we get those firefighters back out here to spray us down? That'd be great.
So hot that anti-maskers are now finally putting the mask on just to soak up their own face sweat.
Yeah. And it's so hot, it's forming a heat dome where the hotter it gets, the more it spreads, and the harder it is to make it go away. Oh.
No.
All right. An Arkansas angler reeled in an extraordinarily uncommon fish. The man caught a rare golden largemouth bass, which is said to be 1 in a million. This will be immortalized by being his Tinder profile picture for the rest of his life. Or until he's indicted for being at the January 6th riot. He was reportedly very disappointed that when he mounted it, it would not sing, "Don't worry, be happy."
A wildlife officer surveying sea turtle nests at Florida's Cape Canaveral Space Force Station discovered more than 20 unidentified floating objects along the beach. Dispatched narcotics officers identified the packages as cocaine and estimated the street value at roughly $1.2 million. NewsFlash has contacted the station public affairs office for confirmation, and we have an early morning interview tomorrow after receiving the response at about 10 a.m. this morning. 0 now or 9 a.m. And I'm going to be high as a kite by then. The turtles were like, if only we had some plastic straws to snort up all this cocaine. And there have been some reports, visitors that are just showing up and eating the sand, hoping to get just a taste, which in retrospect might make sense for some people.
While large parts of the country are dealing with swarms of cicadas, the state of Maine is dealing with an infestation of poisonous caterpillars. The caterpillars, known as brown-tail moth caterpillars, are about 1.5 inches in length with 2 red dots on their backs. Fortunately, most residents and wildlife are safe, with only the following being at risk of being caught by the caterpillars. That is Slowpoke Rodriguez, Gary the snail, and the entire cast of Bugs Life.
Watch out, guys.
Authorities recommend that the best method to handle this caterpillar, if you encounter one, is smushing them with a Kleenex. Very deadly.
There he goes. There he goes. Very deadly caterpillar. Thank you. You really wanted that record. A woman donated her kidney to her husband's ex-wife days after their wedding. The tale of Jim Strickland and his 2 wives is a testament to how love and compassion can triumph over division. But if I gotta be honest, it seems like Jim might have a type. This is, of course, expected to lead to a reboot of Sister Wives.
A former Maine police chief wanted to skip out on a public meeting so badly that it cost him his career by falsifying a police report. He asked one of his employees to call him out of the meeting, ostensibly to look for a person of interest at the nearby fairgrounds, going so far as to conduct actual interviews with witnesses, but it was all made up just so he could get out of the early public meetings. It looks like we really need to look into the police budgets for these meetings now. They're clearly driving people to crime.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, hold on. I'm getting a buzz. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. What's that? Oh, special report that I need to go investigate right away? I mean, yeah, I'm not busy. Yeah, sorry, I gotta go, guys. You got this, right, Haley? You got this? Okay.
It was perfectly timed, wasn't it?
Jokes! A man living in... A man living in San Francisco has mailed a Bob Dylan vinyl back to an Ohio library 48 years after it was supposed to be returned. Self-portrait, huh? Interesting choice. Not my fave. The man reportedly said, turns out, this guy decided CDs really do just sound better. However, I personally am not quite ready to give up my copy of Jumanji to the Red Box at Walgreens, so I'm gonna need some more time with that one.
In more Ohio news, last Monday, 2 Ohio McDonald's workers were punched by an angry customer when they refused to mix 3 flavors of slushies as requested. The customer, Sharice Elena Cleveland, came around the counter to make it for herself when, wait, McDonald's has slushies? Hold on, we need to investigate this.
Do you need to, is that the thing you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I go investigate?
Maybe. I said, you gotta go, you gotta go.
Please follow me. I gotta
Wait.
investigate that.
Okay.
Just give me 10 hours.
They also refused to make the woman her McGriddle Big Mac or a Neapolitan shake.
They also declined to procure a bone-in filet-o-fish sandwich or quarter-pounder tartare.
They wouldn't Irish up her McFlurry or serve chicken nigiri.
Nor would they curl her fries or make an eggs McBenedict.
Yeah. And last but not least, they would not serve her a dang Greek flaming Saganaki burger. But